Hi everyone and welcome to Modern Classics, the first of the two seasonal championships in winter of Series 8 in Forza 5. And the car restrictions for it is German-made modern sports cars in A-Class. So I thought about it a little bit and chose this Z4M Coupe for two reasons. First of all, it's the car that we are required to drive during the weekly Forzathon, so I thought, hey, why not kill two birds with one stone? But for whatever reason the weekly didn't register me driving this car. This happens from time to time. Usually the fix is really simple: just force quit the game and reboot the Xbox, or just force quit the game and restart it. Or if you are on PC, something gets stuck somewhere in Forza Horizon logic, which happens quite often. I'm still surprised this glitch exists, but I guess considering how easy it is to fix for a regular person, I guess it's a minor nuisance, though I know not everybody shares my views. Anyways, we are driving this car, we are well ahead of AIs. They're not too far back really, but we are in the section of number of slow corners, which I'm not going through very elegantly. Quite a serious drift through that corner, as you have seen, but I can afford it. The AI is easy and the car is pleasant to drive. It's been tuned for you by Seppi SP4. I use his tunes quite often lately. They are not specifically seasonal championship tunes, so I might be taking this car to online racing at some point. And that actually brings us to the second reason I chose this car. I never drove it. Just like dozens and dozens of different cars we have in Forza Horizon, most of them just keep collecting dust in our garages, and that I see as a prime benefit of seasonal championships and the festival playlist overall, because it gives us a chance to drive some of those cars that are otherwise would be untouched. Anyways, with that we reached the end of the first race, so let's move on to the next one. And the next one is Las Laderas, or the hillside if you translate that from Spanish to English. And sometime after I got hinted in the comments on what the track name actually means, I decided I'm gonna look up their meaning before racing them going forward, because it's somewhat easier for me to think of the tracks with their English names. I have to admit my Spanish is not very strong, or almost non-existent. I probably can order myself a beer or two if I have to, but that's about all I know in Spanish. We are in the first quarter of the race and we passed all of the AIs already. I'm still drifting in the corners, and probably has a little bit to do with my pretty crazy day today. I won't go into details, but it left me quite a bit tired overall, so it's a little bit hard to concentrate on actually braking in time, because I notice I keep missing the braking point really, but that's okay. We'll get through as I mentioned, the difficulty of AI and the power of the tune make it walk in the park. Wow, even with such wide corners as I just did. I might be taking this car for a spin online just to see how this tune holds in competition with actual humans, and possibly to show off the livery which was made by the Sly Jedi for the occasion. Not for my video obviously, but for having this car as a weekly Forzathon choice. It's a very nice paint. It's quite simple in one sense, not in terms of the execution, but in terms of the flow of colors and overall style. Very, very elegant. But the more you look at it, the more you notice how many actual details are in that paint, and you know it took quite a bit of effort to build it. So my kudos to the Sly Jedi. I highly recommend this paint for everyone. You can see it on this shot. And with that, we finish the hillside and we'll progress to the next race momentarily. Just need to wait for the AIs to catch up and finish, and here we are. The last race takes us to El Lago Blanco, or the White Lake. It's in the dunes. Where's the White Lake, I wonder? Doesn't really matter. By the way, the first race was on the Horizon Street, really. That's the name of the racetrack. Horizon Street. Yeah. So here on this track, you want to be on the inside to the first corner because there's always a carnage. I still got quite a bit of punt from one of the AIs, but if you try to go through the corner on the outside, you are almost guaranteed to have multiple AIs crashing into you or crossing your path right in front of you and making, well, passing the corner not such a pleasant experience. I still had more contact than I wanted, but that's okay. We are nicely in first, but if you are struggling to overtake them by this point, know that this corner that is upcoming right here, no AI can pass it in A class or higher. They all go, you can see, quite wide off-road and up the hill. They are losing tremendous time there. So if you ever find yourself racing against AI in a higher class cars on this track and looking for the overtake opportunity, don't look any further. That corner allows you to shave a couple of seconds right away, 2, 3, maybe 4 seconds sometimes on the AI. And of course the gap is now quite wide. They all fell behind, but yeah, our favorite rubber band algorithm will not allow them to fall too far behind. Some detour into the sand for me. The tune has rally tires, which is a popular choice for road racing as well, as a good trade-off for lower PI, which allows you to install other performance upgrades on the car and overall win in the speed. They still provide enough grip and traction on asphalt, but also make sure that you don't really lose all of it if you go off-road like this. You can actually maintain speed. However, in road racing I still don't recommend going off-road too much, even if the track allows it. And let's face it, most of the tracks in Forza Horizon allow detours like you wouldn't believe. That will change with the release of the new Forza Motorsport title, but that's something to discuss much later. Hopefully after this Sunday, I hope we'll hear something about it on the Xbox Bethesda Showdown. Right, we have finished the championship. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.